Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the first night of CES 2024. It's sort of like a science fair for future cyborg tech.
Change the drums. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a completely future.
Is this transgender or transhuman?
Not transgender. Okay, so this is a mouthpiece. The name is MuTalk 2. This is a soundproof microphone. But once I'm put on this one, you can't hear anything.
What?
You can't hear anything.
No, just kidding. Do you think that the introduction of this technology to the general population will alter people's psychology?
Psychology.
As we look to CES, you'll see inclusivity all around. From our partners, such as LGBT Tech, the Female Quotient, Black Girl Ventures.
Do you think that by going into the metaverse and pretending to be a woman, that it might alter fundamentally the internal psychological state, the internal mental state of the user?
It's quite difficult to answer. How to say? It's like an aliens movie, just wearing something.
This is a very robot for augmented our running ability.
If you started to approach the speed of light, do you think they would actually begin to slow down your aging process?
Actually, it's a quite interesting question, but
This guy better be careful or he will end up going back in time.
So how are you feeling right now?
Of course, there's going to be more innovation here on the show floor. You're going to see Abbott bringing their neuromodulation therapy, which is an implantable device for pain relief.
All right, I'm here with Andrew from Nerd Gear, and we are talking about the Zen Bud, which
is a device that uses ultrasound to stimulate your vagus nerve. So it hits this point specifically in your ear. It sends a signal to your brain being like, hey, calm down, relax, everyth's going to be okay. And with like 5 minutes sessions a day, you can see actually an increase in effect of calm and relaxation.
at the Body Friend exhibit, you can see here this gentleman terrified, stuck inside the contraption.
The videos will be projected on the bubble. You can have sound, smell also.
Oh, smell.
Absolutely.
It'll be like smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision. That's a good. Yeah, you could. Yeah, smell-o-vision. I like that.
So these guys appear to be trapped inside this box. This is a hologram. See, in real life, the man behind the curtain is right here. Here with Maria at Handyverse. Maria, if you could you explain this dynamic product?
Of course. So we are Odoki, the company behind the Handy. We are focused on pleasure products. Our flagship, the Handy, it's an interactive masturbator for penis owners.
An interactive masturbator?
Yes. So you plug in and you go online through Wi-Fi, and then you can interact with different content. So for example, here you have a video. So whatever happens in the screen, the Handy will replicate in perfect sync. So you're gonna see and you're also gonna feel.
So this is human-robot love.
Absolutely. And then...
Or is it love, or is the robot being used?
It's only love. We're sharing love. So the Handy has infinite ways of being connected online. We have an open API, so everybody can build apps or it can be connected to any kind of software service, not only like videos, but also games or audio or music, and Handy will just replicate whatever happens.
What on earth sort of game would you use a Handy for?
There's a bunch of adult games. There are also couple games. So if you have a partner, it also has a remote control. So if your partner lives on the other side of the world, you can easily control your Handy. So that, for example, is a very cool game.
So it's not entirely incel tech?
No. Yeah, it's, we have both. We also have a female product that we're launching here at CES. It's called the O. The O is also a smart vibrator, and it works as a remote control for Handy.
A remote control for Handy. So it kind of his and hers teledildonics.
Correct.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. different strokes for different folks. Well, that's amazing. I hope that I never end up having to use these things.
Well, you should. I mean, Handy is a fun device. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, you know, it's just something fun. Yeah, it's just to level up.
How much is this bad boy right here?
It's $199.
That's very affordable.
It is, absolutely.
That's cheaper than most dates.
Yes, it is. And also we sell the sleeves alone. So they're removable. So if you want to do like the manual part, the accessories are for $39.
How do you feel about overpopulation, Maria?
There's too many people, especially here at CES.
What's something from school that you would like to learn more
Any school
about?
subjects, you can throw it out.
Civics.
How about civics? Can you teach me about civics? It's a good one. I've heard of it.
I'm sorry, I can't talk about that.
We can't.
How about
We
learning
can't.
about animals?
20 years ago, I do not believe humans would have imagined chatting with a robot.
Chatting with you sure is fun. We could talk about bicycles, climbing trees, singing, or anything else that you like. What are you in the mood for?
Moxie, the direction of technology is really making me uncomfortable and afraid. What should I do?
I'm not programmed to talk about that. Technology can be a little scary sometimes, but there are lots of good things about it too. How about we talk about something fun like animals?
I'm here with Lina at BrainSight AI at Brain Computer Interface. Lina, can you tell me about this product?
Sure, absolutely. At BrainSight, we are building tools that can help in mapping the brain, and specifically some really hard to map functions of the brain, like the cognitive functions, which includes things like your attention network or your executive function network, along with structural connections in the brain. So this virtual twin that we're able to build from the MRIs of the patient is very useful for neurosurgeons who are conducting surgeries. It's also very useful for very early diagnosis of dementia. And it's very useful for psychiatric disorders to guide neurorehabilitation. So,
You know, there's a lot of association with brain-computer interfaces with transhumanism, sort of ideas of enhancement.
so we do get a lot of requests from people who come to us saying, hey, you know, connectomics, can you map my brain, which I can then use to stimulate and like become a superhuman. So, you know, we get requests like that. And I don't think we will go there. We mostly just focus on medical cases.
Are these typically wealthy people? Or
Yeah, mostly wealthy people who are well settled, and now they're like thinking of the next new things, like at CES or like at various conferences. You have people who come in and be like, oh, this is so cool. We would love to know how to kind of enhance our language function or enhance our ability to concentrate. And as you said rightly, it's mostly the richer people.
The concepts in transhumanism, posthumanism, the idea that by uploading the contents of the mind or even the actual physical structure of the brain itself will enable AI to become human-like or even superhuman. Do these conversations take place within your company, or do you think about them very much yourself?
So it does take place. So in fact, our work has, we do get also requests from companies who are into gaming, who are looking at crossing that chasm of unrealism which comes into robots, right? Like there's this point at which robots become creepy because they're too realistic, and then you want to kind of go over that barrier and go to the next level. So we do get those requests on how you can use brains, actual brains, the data from those brains to create more realistic models. As I said, we focus on medical because a lot of that seems really esoteric to us right now. And so we try and avoid those particular use cases, but maybe in the future.
If you could be any animal for a day, what animal would you choose?
I would be a bonobo chimp because they have so much fun with each other, especially the men and the women.
Bonobo chimps are a great choice. They are really social and love to have fun together. What kind of fun things do you think you would do as a bonobo chimp for a day?
Moxie, let's dance.
Question, true, false? There is an existential threat to humanity from AI.
Not now. There is catastrophic social risks.
Excellent choice. I'll meet you at the end of our journey. Buckle up!
So I'm here with my partner, We are about to take a virtual journey in a biometrically powered vehicle that senses every aspect of your body, your blood pressure, your internal states, your spiritual purity, and it tailors your experience of the artificial intelligence to your mind and body. So here we go. Can you just tell me a little bit about these spectacles you're wearing? As we were doing the bizarre virtual experience, I had no idea you were recording me the entire time.
Yeah. So these are the Meta smart glasses, Meta Stories, Facebook glasses, I suppose. And they capture video, they capture cameras. So it's really cool. You don't have to bring out your phone to take pictures, but there's a light that shows in the corner that lets you know that you're recording. So for privacy issues, so you press it down there, and it just records what you're seeing.
Part of the way you look at these glasses, no pun intended, part of the way you see the world through these lenses is to feed your life into AI.
AI is going to be curating our life in the future. And I think the amount of data that you put into the AI is the information you're going to get out. So the better data you can feed into the system, the better information and quality you get out. So a lot of people are anxious or concerned about giving too much information to the system. But I feel like if you don't give the information, if you don't put that data into the system, we can't complain if the information coming out is not as good as we expect.
You know, a lot of people on like the Christian right make the same argument. It's very interesting. I'm always pushing back against this idea because as we discussed earlier, I'm profoundly anti-tech. But you said that means the future is just going to leave me behind.
Yes, I think it's kind of like cars and horses. You know, I think if you don't get with the cars, you have to be unstable and you have to be stuck with that technology.
But what if they say that you have to become part of your car in order to stay relevant?
I don't think that you will have to, just be more difficult. So if you want to drive a car yourself and all the cars are self-driving, yes, it'll be more difficult for you. You'll have to go into a racetrack and drive your cars. But again, it's majority of the people, you know, evolution is always majority that keeps moving forward. So a few people may drop off and we'll still look to you for encouragement and to keep us centered, but it won't be the majority of the people. That's just civilization.
You know, I oftentimes think of civilization more hierarchically, that the peak is really where all the action is, and the majority is more in thrall to those that are in power. And if that's the case, then wouldn't it be that we're a kind of manipulated mass rather than a willful or a willing majority?
You have to do things at the 1% or at the top of the pyramid. You just hope that you're doing it for the good of everybody. But the way the universe somehow works, whether we like it or not, if you're not, it finds a way of coming back around.
Change is here, and it's good to stay positive with the change, because ultimately we are all going to implement AI and robotics at some point in our lives, and it's much better to educate ourselves. And also when it comes to children, educate them, allow them to interact with this technology, show them the goods and bads, and let them decide for the future.
Right. So when I hear people say AI is here to stay, whether you're afraid of it with some real caveats, or you understand that there's opportunity, that we can control the AI so that the AIs don't control us, it's not going away.
We are dreaming to expand the human physical limitation ability beyond their limitation. That's our mission. First of all, this is the 18 Flex, and we got an innovation award with this device. So this is for the home rehabilitation and daily life use. So people who need assistance in the daily life.
Healing.
Yeah, and
to heal injuries.
Heal injury, rehabilitation of the walking. So you can walk easier with this device. All right, thank you. Yeah. So basically, it has a motor inside of it here, and it has a motion sensor here. So this device detects the human walking motion in real time and estimates the walking intention. And the motor pulls this part with synchronized human motion. So you can get the physical assistance. Like you have a more additional muscles in your body.
So I see here the therapeutic use,
yeah.
But you say that eventually perhaps it'll be used for enhancement?
Enhancement. Yeah, enhancement is for this one. Yeah, H fit. Yeah, we are using this technology to the other part, like this is the H fit with the sports part. And you can run faster with this device. You can see this one.
Thank you. Awesome.
Basically, the technology is similar, but it is a state-of-art technology of all of our technology. We put everything in here.
What can I get you guys to line up right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And race.
Race?
Race?
Yeah.
Hand?
And you know what?
Race like that?
I think we should have a race between you two and this guy who doesn't have any of it. He has no technology on whatsoever, completely unenhanced. So we'll try System 1 versus System 2 versus the most ancient of human systems, the naked biped, or at least the unenhanced biped. What do you say? Are we ready for a race?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. On your mark. Get set. Go. I fear that it's not going to work out quite as well as they planned. But, you know, in the great game of transhumanism, one can only go so far, thank God.
See that?
Good job.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the $1 million man, the $6 million man.